Amari, what have these last few months been like for you? You come here, you think you're playing with Baker Mayfield, then it's Deshaun Watson, and now it's Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, it's just being where my feet are, just being present. Like I said before, never really mattered to me who I play with. You know what I mean? I'm part of the Browns organization, and I believe in the team. So
This week, Jacoby's got more work with the ones in practice. How is the chemistry between the two of you coming along?
it's been good. The communication is great. You can tell he's a veteran. The thing I really like about Jacoby is he understands concepts from a receiver's perspective, so it makes it really easy to communicate with him.
Is there relief on the offense, particularly receivers, that you know now? The Watson penalty, when he'll be back, what you got to do for 11 games, stuff like that.
Never really thought about it. Never really thought about it like that. Like I said, just being present, and whatever comes, that's what comes at us.
You guys have such a talent-loaded roster, and this team is pretty much built to go the distance. So, what is the excitement level for still being able to do that with Jacoby for the first 11 and then Deshaun for the final 6?
Obviously the excitement level around this time is the same for every team. I think if you look across the league, you could say the same thing that you just said. You have a talent-loaded roster. There's not many players in the NFL that's not talented. So, we're optimistic, but we understand the intangible things that we have to do to be successful to get where we want to go.
It seems like people are maybe underestimating Jacoby a little bit, knowing that he'll be the starter for a lot of games. What does he do for you guys as a starter?
Well, yeah, I mean, can't really worry about what outsiders say. You know what I mean? We know Jacoby. We understand what he brings to the table. We see him practice every day, see how hard he works. So, we 100% believe in him. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be back there if we didn't. So, again, not really worried about what outsiders say. We're just going to go out there and do our thing,
What impresses you most about Jacoby? Is there something maybe off the field that strikes your mind?
Yeah, he's funny. That's the most impressive thing about him, like off the field. He's a funny dude, so he's a real cool dude to be around.
He knows how to lighten the mood when you need it, maybe?
Yeah, exactly.
He seems like he's got the right demeanor for this. Like he hasn't been, rattled with the uncertainty or the ups and downs, and he's been thrown into the fire before. So it seems like he's doing a great job of holding everything together, right?
I mean, yeah, like I said, he's a veteran. It's just something about experience that makes you ready for just uncertain situations like he's facing. So, yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily, when you look at his yards, per pass, it's not long. But when we talk to him about that, he believes that he's got a good, deep, long ball, and obviously you can take advantage of that with with your speed and your talent and ability. Do you feel like you guys can really stretch the field together?
Yeah, of course. Those numbers, when you just look at them on a piece of paper, they don't always tell the full story. You know what I mean? I think here he has a lot of good receivers and a lot of good pass catchers that can do a lot with the ball after they get it in their hands, which helps with that stat you just named. So, it's a totally different situation, totally different team, totally different players around Jacoby, and we've got his back. I know I'm going to put my best foot forward, try to always be open for him, make the job easy for him. So.
Amari, Anthony Schwartz had a tough first preseason game. It seems like he's bounced back this week. How have you seen him handle that?
Yeah, this game is going to test you. It has its valleys and its peaks. One of the things at the receiver's position is, dropping the ball. You know what I mean? We all have good hands. We wouldn't be here if we don't. So, we all can be better at something. And I think, for him, and I had that problem too in my career. Just focus, just look the ball all the way through. One of the things you never want to tell a receiver is, hey, catch the ball. We all know we have to catch the ball, but it's something more detailed than that. And that's just looking the ball all the way through, not trying to run before you catch the ball. I think with Anthony, he's so fast, you know what I mean? So a guy who runs a 4.2, they can score every time they catch the ball. And so they want to score every time they catch the ball, but you just have to focus on the little things and do the small things right before you get to the big things like the touchdown. So that's all that is.
Amari David Bell missed a lot of time, but he's trying to work his way back. What do you see out there with his game right now?
Yeah, I mean, just working back from an injury is always difficult. But I mean, he's a rookie. It's just those growing pains. You know what I mean? But I think he'll be all right. He looks like he's getting better each and every day. Looks like he's getting sharper. So, I mean, he just needs more practices under his belt. I think he'll be fine.
What kind of work did you guys get on offense against the Eagles yesterday? Do you think you guys were sharp on offense, or?
Yeah, I think we looked good. We had 2 days against them. Typically when you practice against another team, you go out there, you look good the first day, and the second day it's not so good. So that's what we're focusing on right now. We're trying to go out there and be consistent, because those are the teams that are good, the consistent teams. Easy to go 8-8 in this league. Well, I mean 17 games now, so easy to be like in the middle of the pack, but it's hard to be consistent. So that's what you need to be to be great in this league, and that's what we're trying to do.
If you look at Devontae Smith, what about his game? You have the game wide receiver progression.
I'm sorry, I heard it was a commotion, so said it.
What about Devontae's skill set do you kind of appreciate more because of the position and without even knowing what he did?
What about his
Skill set?
Oh, I mean, Devontae does everything well. He's a good route runner. He has good hands. His demeanor, he's real humble. He can high point the ball. He's real smooth. Has good speed. Good in and out of his breaks. So he does everything well. And it's easy to appreciate his game. So I think with him, it's just about, all right, he's going into his second year, just trying to improve off last year.
What was your first impression when you saw him?
Man, they had so many guys. I think that came in with his same class, actually. They had I think all those guys were like 5 stars or 4 and 5 stars. So my impression of him was the same thing that I just said. He was real smooth. I think I forget the game I went to when I first saw all those 3 guys together, and they were doing routes on there. And then I saw one of them do routes on there. I was like, oh, he's nice. Then I saw the next guy. I was like, whoa. Then I saw Smitty, and I was like, it was rare to see on one college team a whole bunch of guys who was polished in those routes on there. You usually can point out some flaws, but it was very hard to do that with Smitty and those guys. So.
How well do you know Jalen? What's the last one here?
I know him pretty well. I mean, we don't know each other that well because we didn't go to school together. But I mean, we've communicated before, so yeah, I know him.